Welcome to Fred and Mary. As you listen to this wonderful story, make sure that you don't turn the page until you hear the sound, which will let you know to move on to the next page.
This is a funny story about a couple, Mary and Fred. But the message is important, so listen carefully to what is said. Once upon a time, there was a guy named Fred, and Fred had hair on his head, and it was red. Now, Fred loved the hair on his head, and not simply because it was red. It was short, and it was curly, and it was of good health. But Fred, outside the hair on his head, he wasn't concerned about too much else. All Fred knew about was his hair. Other aspects of hygiene, I don't think he too much cared. His teeth were black, and his breath it smelled, and we won't even discuss his skin and his nails. But despite all of this, Fred was happy anyway. He went about his business, not caring what people had to say. They talked about his clothes and his beat-up shoes, but none of these things gave Fred the blues. Whatever they say, he just always replied, "Can't talk about my hair," and wink his eye. And then he continued on his merry way, still not caring what people had to say. Now one day while walking, Fred met this girl named Mary. Now she was quite cute, but a tad bit hairy. She had hairy arms and hairy legs, and boy did she ever have hair on her head. And she walked up to Fred, and to Fred she said, "I really like the hair on your head." Now Fred was so shocked that she had recognized that big fat tears almost came to his eyes. But being strong, he held them back. And as he reached up to his head to pat, he said, "Why, ma'am, you truly are so kind. You have such nice hair, yet you compliment mine." She said, "Oh, it's nothing. Your hair is truly nice. Trust me, I know lots about hair. I've had lots all my life." Now, I did tell you that Mary was cute, but I didn't tell you about how big her feet were and how she smelled like puke. But Fred didn't mind any of that. She liked his hair, and that was that. Now, Fred and Mary, they fell in love and they went off and got married. And I can tell you that that sight was truly kind of scary. But married life did them both some good. It got them to a place that it should. Because of marriage, their lives improved. Mary took baths and got some new shoes. Fred got some new clothes and some new kicks. And believe it or not, he got his teeth fixed. His skin and his nails were the picture of perfect health. And Fred and Mary were happy without anyone else. They lived on happily and they had a few kids. Because plenty of joy and love they had to give. It just goes to show, regardless of what you look like outside, it's really what you have inside that makes you survive. There are Freds and Marys all over the world. They are men, they are women, they are boys and girls. See, Fred and Mary understood this one thing more than anything else, and that is, before you go and love someone else, you must first love yourself. The end.
I love me. I look in the mirror and what do I see? I see someone who really likes me. I work real hard and keep my behavior royal. I treat others kind and to myself I'll be loyal. I'm smart and beautiful and have nice words to say. And there is no one like me, and I love this face. I'm so special because there's no one just like me. I look in the mirror and you know what I see? I see someone who really loves themselves. And if they could be anyone in the world, they'd be no one else. You give me a chance to be anyone I could be. And every single time, I choose me. I look in the mirror and I'm impressed. I see someone who always does their best. No matter what may happen or what may be, I will always remember how I feel about me. I love me, I love me, I love me.